Hello. Just wanted to show you guys something I built not too long ago, a couple months ago, back in the winter. It's a little one-tube set, regenerative set that drives loudspeaker. Runs off of 110 volts, or really 120 volts. 120 volts AC/DC. It uses 117 N7, which is a diode pentode. And it's a little regenerative set, like I said. So you're getting the maximum efficiency from the tube and everything. So I mean, I really had to stretch the limits with this radio, because like I said, it is only one tube, and it will drive a loudspeaker. I've got about a 25-foot antenna hooked up to it, and it's grounded through the power line. The chassis is not hot. It's got a floating ground, but it does work fairly well. I can get a couple stations during the day and a good number of them at night, maybe 50 or 60 at night. Able to actually hear through the loudspeaker, and many more with a pair of headphones. So let me turn it on here. Watch the tube, you may see it come on. It's probably going to squeal when it comes on, but that's alright. The coil is a Miller replacement front end coil for a radio, meant for 365 picofarad varicap, which that's what I'm using, and it's inductively coupled, so I don't have anything loading it down like any capacitors. So it does tune about 95% of the broadcast band, from about 590 to about 1580. So that works fairly well. So I don't know if you can hear it. That's ESPN 980. Turn up the regen. See if we can get 1580. There it is. This radio is built from from all junk parts in my junk box. Like I said, the coil, the capacitor, the speaker. The chassis is just a piece of steel I had laying around that I bent in a U-shape. The power cord is just some fairly large gauge dual conductor wire when I have an old style white plug on there. Tube socket was pulled from a Zenith, or from a Zenith chassis anyway. The potentiometer and switch here, that was from a Zenith portable. Same, that's where the varicap came from. All underneath, brand new capacitors, obviously, and terminal strips. But I do have an old RF choke from the same Zenith AA5 I pulled the tube socket from. And I'm using an audio transformer from some other AA5 radio, and so it works fairly well. I'm controlling the regeneration by controlling the screen voltage control on the tube. I would do it by controlling or by bypassing the RF to ground. If it weren't that, I'd have to get high enough. I'd have to have too high of a screen voltage, and the tube would start drawing greater current and get hot, and it would hum and everything. So this is the only real way to do it efficiently and have it work properly. So I'm using two 30 microfarad capacitors for filters, separated by a 500 ohm resistor. So I'm getting around 135 volts on the plate of the tube. So that works very well, like I said, and you could probably hear. So I hope you enjoyed this video.